Welcome to the Seven Diamonds of the Fann Mountains. Seven Lakes. In western Tajikistan near the city of Panjakent, a series of incredible and interconnected mountain lakes which amaze visitors with their vibrant colors which constantly change. The lakes are called the Haftkul, which means seven lakes in Tajik. Sometimes they are also known as Marur Lake, the largest lake in the group. Each lake has its own name and unique stories, starting from the lowest of the lakes. They are Nigon, Soya, Gushor, Nofin, Khurdak, Marur, the largest, and Hazor-Chashma, the highest. The seven lakes are in the Fann Mountains, in the Shing River Gorge. Ancient petroglyphs discovered on the shores of Marur indicate that the lakes are very old. The lowest lake is at an elevation of 1,640 meters, while the highest is at 2,400 meters. The total change in elevation between them is 760 meters, over more than 14 kilometers. All of the lakes, apart from the highest lake, Hazor-Chashma, were actually formed through rock falls and landslides damming up the narrow gorge over time. The lakes are easily accessed through serpentine road passing by all seven lakes and through several villages. The drive from the first lake and the last one takes about an hour non-stop. However, due to the challenging terrain on the last segment between lakes 6 and 7, many visitors opt to hike this part by foot, taking about 30 minutes to do so. It is also possible to hike the distance of the lakes over 2 days, with the possibility of continuing to more lakes and valleys, discovering the untouched countryside of the Fann Mountains. Nigon, the lowest lake, and most often the first you see as you approach, is Nigon at an elevation of 1,640 meters. Its name is probably related to a Tajik word for eyelashes, although the connection is not clear. Other names for this lake include Nigon, Neziguk, and Nisgon. It is up to 20 meters deep with an area of just 0.05 square kilometer. Nigon is especially well known due to its vibrant, seasonally changing colors. Daylight and season can make the water turquoise, blue, or even purple. This is all thanks to high mineral sodium and calcium content of the water. In summer, the water warms up nicely and visitors can plunge into this mystical lake. Soya. Continuing on from Nigon up the Serpentine Road, you'll cross a natural dam separating Nigon from the second lake, Soya. Here, you can turn back for a stunning view of Nigon. The word Soya means shadow in Tajik, an apt name for a lake wedged between high cliffs in the shade most of the day. Like Nigon, the water in Lake Soya also changes color depending on the weather and time of day. The lake is an altitude of 1,701 meters and it is twice the size of Nigon with an area of 0.1 square kilometer. Gushor. The third lake, Gushor, is only 400 meters from Soya, and as you approach it, you encounter the mighty current of the river between the lakes. At an altitude of 1,771 meters above sea level, it is more than double the surface area of Soya at an area of 0.23 square kilometer. The other names include Gushor and Ishor. These are all connected to the word for watchful. Gushor is surrounded by steep cliffs and was once the home of poisonous snake, which may explain the origin of the name. In Soviet times, a campsite for the seven lakes was located next to Gushor. However, a landslide destroyed the camp, leaving only traces. However, the lake and surrounding area is very safe and in good whether one can enjoy a school of fish swimming quietly in the clear water. Wow, very nice. It's good here. Maybe one photo here? It's okay? Photo. Okay. Next is Nofin. Through the distance between Gushor and the fourth lake of Nofin is only 400 meters. The route winds along to a full kilometer. Nofin is a very elongated, more than 2.5 kilometers long and only 200 meters wide. This does make it again about twice the size of its lower cousin of 0.48 square kilometer. The elevation is 1,820 meters above sea level. Nofin is an intriguing name referring to an umbilical cord, possibly because it is in the middle of the seven lakes and very elongated, almost like an umbilical cord. Locals love to tell visitors about the legends and secrets of the lake. The road runs along the eastern shore and sometimes floods in summer, making it difficult for cars to pass. At the far end of the lake is a small village with guest houses run by the local community. The background of mountains and there's turquoise green water. Very perfect. The people here are very nice. Very nice. Look. There's 3 lakes now already. We still have 4 lakes. Lakes. Video. Next is Khurdak. This lake is the smallest of the 7 lakes, having an area of only 0.025 square kilometer. Thus, it is no surprise that Khurdak is a colloquial word for baby. Khurdak is an altitude of 1,870 meters and is 1.5 kilometers from Nofin. The village of Padrut is between the lakes and once had a small micro hydropower station at providing electricity to Badrut and surrounding areas. The next is Marur. This is the largest and to many people the most beautiful of the 7 lakes. To reach it, you need to continue for more than 2 kilometers along the serpentine road from Khurdak and climb to a height of 2,140 meters. The Marur Lake is 2.7 kilometers long with a total surface area of 1.16 square kilometers and a maximum depth of 45 meters. The expanse of brilliant jade blue water and the majestic mountains in the background create a magnificent landscape for every visitor. Petroglyphs of early inhabitants have been found on the shores of Marur, and historic evidence suggests that in the Middle Ages, semi-precious stones were mined nearby. Today, a small village thrives on the southern shore where locals love to tell legends and fairy tales about Marur. The road along its eastern shore sometimes nearly reaches the water level, As a result, the lake can then flood the road, making it hard to pass without a truck or a robust jeep. At railhead to the Tabazang Pass, 3,307 meters begins the southern tip of the lake. The hiking trail is one of the most popular and scenic ones in the Fann Mountains.
Video. 자기 Haftkul.
And the last is Hazor-Chashma. The highest of the 7 lakes is located around 2,400 meters above sea level. Hazor-Chashma is the second largest of the lakes, almost the same size as Marur, with a length of 2 kilometers and a total area of 0.22 square kilometers. The name comes from Hazor and Chashma, literally 1,000 springs, referring to the numerous sources of water that fed the river both on and under the ground. Hazor-Chashma is the last lake in the Shing River Gorge where the 7 lakes are found. The road ends here, and beyond this, there are no further human settlements. And all you find after this is only the amazing wildlife of the Fann Mountains. Because of the road ending at the northern shore, most people stay here and only see the bonsai. However, if you manage to reach the south side of Hazor-Chashma through hiking, what you will get is simply a magnificent view of the lake, and behind it is the distance, Marur and possibly the other lakes.
서울시비 자 있어 자 포토
How to get to the 7 lakes? The only way to reach this spectacle of the Fann Mountains is by car from Panjakent. After a few kilometers of the main road to Dushanbe, you turn into a smaller paved road which eventually becomes a dirt road. This journey takes about an hour, additionally due to the proximity of the Uzbek border. It is possible to visit the 7 lakes via Panjakent, but the border crossing will add time to the 100-kilometer distance it takes to cover from Samarkand via the Kepa-Sarazam border crossing. It's best to set aside at least a full day to visit the 7 lakes from Panjakent or Samarkand. Although the distance to the lakes is short, you will likely want to stop at each lake for at least 10 to 20 minutes and up to an hour in some places. If you have more time available, the local community-based tourism projects offer a great value and insights into the local way of life. Staying overnight also gives you the opportunity for incredible hikes in the mountains with stunning views of these incredible 7 lakes amidst the Fann Mountains. So based on my experience, I traveled from Dushanbe, the capital of Tajikistan, to Panjakent. Panjakent is very close to the border of Samarkand, Uzbekistan. So since I'm planning to go to Uzbekistan after Tajikistan, so I preferred Panjakent. And I slept, I took a Airbnb or booking.com. It cost $20 a night with breakfast. And a good guy who owns the hostel, it's his home and like hotel like that, and he was a private guide also for that tour. I paid for him $70. So all in all, I paid $70, including transport to Samarkand, plus the hotel for one night. with breakfast. All in all, I paid $100, including the tour to 7 lakes. He was a nice guy, and I really like him, his company, because he's nice, his family. He took me also to his home, and until summer camp we were with his friend. There are houses over there. Houses. Riverbanks. And the snow caps. Snowy mountain. It's really very, very cold here in the night. Maybe it's now it's -5 here, or -2 in the night. Where I'm going is non-stop.
اینجا شاشونکول
Tajikistan.
بابیش
Very beautiful Tajikistan. 7 lakes. Okay. Photo.